All right, here we go. Let's solve this ugly mess. What do I do first? Solve for m or solve for n? Which one do I want? Doesn't really matter. Let's do m. That means m would equal negative n minus 4. All right, I hope you understand that. If you don't understand that, you might need to think about going down in class, but minus the n, minus the 4. Okay, so now I have an expression for m. So now I know that m is negative n minus 4. And I wrote it twice just to make sure you'd understand it. Okay, so now I'm going to take this thing, that is m, and I'm going to replace it with the m over here. So I can go, m is this, negative n minus 4, but it's squared, plus n squared equals 16. Yeah? You all right with that? Is that neat enough? Can you read it? And right, because that's my m. Well, eventually we will, but I'm going to... So now I've got an equation that with just n, it's a quadratic, I can solve it. But let's expand, get rid of the brackets, make it one nice, pretty looking quadratic. Okay? So square the first term, multiply it and double it, square the last term. Are we all right with that? I just squared it. I squared the first term, I multiplied it and doubled it, and then I squared the last term. Plus that equals that. So now I'm going to get it set to 0. I'm going to make it a real pretty quadratic. There's 2n squares plus 8n plus 16 equals, take it back, it'd be minus 6. Whoa. That 16 is going to cancel out with that 16. Right? So when I take away this 16 and that 16, it just makes 0. So they've eliminated each other. So it's just 2n squared plus 8n equals 0. That works out real nicely. Now this thing's easy to solve. As long as I did it correct. It's really embarrassing when you record yourself and you make a mistake. But that's pretty easy to solve. Okay, but observe, there are two solutions for this one. There's n equals 0. So 2n equals 0 or n plus 4 equals 0. So I know n equals 0 or n equals negative 4. So now there's two values, possible values for n. Okay, now let's take those n values, come back up over here, and use that equation that we already solved for m to work it out. So that means m is going to be negative 0 minus 4, which would be negative 4, or m would be negative 4 minus 4, which would be 4 minus 4, which would equal 0. Okay, so now notice how this paired up. I'm going to write it as a companion pair. When I'm going to have n, m. So notice when n equals 0, m equaled negative 4. That's one of the solutions. Go away, stupid email. And then when, notice when n equaled negative 4, the m equaled 0. There's your other solution. We maybe want to check these to make sure they're right. So let's use that equation, make sure it's correct. So if you go negative 4 and you square it, and you add 0 squared, do you get 16? Yes, you do. So we did good there. And let's check the other one. If I do 0 squared plus negative 4 squared, do I still get 16? Yes, we do. So those are definitely, both of those are our solutions. It did go really fast. And that's why I recorded it. So now you can watch it in slow motion.